In honor of the Nelson Mandela Day, Young Africa Leaders Initiative Lagos Network Team 4 inductees presents a one-day sensitization program with free health check. The program, facilitated by the latest Yali inductees held in the Yaba community of Lagos State.
We are the inductees of Team 4, and we're here to celebrate Nelson Mandela Day, which is celebrated every 18th of July. So we're here to give you free health talk.
In honor of Nelson Mandela's Day, so we came out to do what we can with what we have and at where we are. So we came out today to do a free checkup and sanitization for the people at Iyabas in this community. So we are trying to say it's free health check. So based on, we know how life is, everybody is busy and the funds is not much there, and a lot of people are having difficulties going to the hospital for checkups and the rest. So we decided to bring it down to them for free so that they can easily know their health states and the rest. So that's what we are here doing today.
Medical experts enlighten participants on health matters related to diabetes, hepatitis, and female reproductive system.
When you eat food, your mala, your eba, your rice, any food you eat, right? What happens is that it goes through your, of course, your stomach, right, to your intestine, and the body breaks down those food into what is called glucose, if it's a carbohydrate. If it's protein, you call it will form amino acid and the rest of them. All right? Fat and oil will give you fatty acid. Now, what your body needs to function, and you can see me now, you can talk, to move, it's glucose. That is what we call the fuel. You know, if you don't have a fuel in the car, that car cannot move, right? So if you don't have fuel in your body cannot function well. And that fuel is what we call glucose. All right? Is what? Which is a small grammar for sugar. So what happens if your sugar is low? What happens? You will not be able to function. But when it's also high, you also not be able to function. So that high sugar in your blood or high glucose that is not uncontrollable is what is called what? Diabetes mellitus. What causes it? So we are going to the cause now. So when you have sugar in your blood and it's high, very high, and it's not coming down, that is simple definition for diabetes mellitus. There are two types of diabetes. There's diabetes insipidus. Don't bother yourself. That one is just when you just continue to urinate. You have too much water, you just continue to urinate. That is not diabetes mellitus. That is insipidus.
People that have hepatitis B and those people that are not managing it, they can spread the virus through sweat. Do you get? Some people have gotten it from birth, from their mother during childbirth. Yes, a mother can give it to her unborn child during childbirth process, whenever there is a mixture of the mother's blood and the fetus blood. Do you understand? Do you understand? However, for such category of children, there is an injection we give them immediately after birth that kills the virus. For most of us here, Nigeria started the NPI immunization schedule 14 years ago. For most of us didn't take the immunization. That is why we are supposed to go and take hepatitis B vaccine. But for children that have been born 14 years, they are all covered. They don't have any problem.
Okay, so one of the reasons why I'm here to talk about reproductive health for young people. Over time, I do a lot of community outreach, and we have realized that many people do not pay attention to a lot of things until when we have gotten to the crisis stage. You see a lot of young girls, before their menarche, you're supposed to see a gynecologist. You probably will not see one. You begin your period, you start having problems, challenges, and many of us self-medicate in this part of the world. And before you know what's happening, we now have a big crisis on our hands. From cervical cancer, breast cancer, some people even have very bad periods, endometriosis, just name it. And we think that passing the right information is very important so that people can prevent it, because our healthcare system in Nigeria is out of pocket. So it's important important that people have this information. Prevention will always be better
Now,
than cure.
because
The whole idea is just to create a kind of social behavioral communication change so that people know the right information they need to live a healthy life.
I was able to talk about prevention and management of diabetes and mellitus in the community, which I was able to do. Okay, so the major challenge is that people do not know, even though they have the symptoms. For diabetics, for example, they have polydipsia, they are thirsty, they are looking weak, they are feeling hungry, even though they are eating. They don't have they feel dizzy. They don't know some of those, so it has been an issue with awareness and the knowledge of diabetes, and that's why we are here to educate them about it, basically. So if people can know what to do to prevent it, then it will be cheaper. But if they don't prevent and they have, then of course the cost, like we know, will be more. So I'm talking about cost, unfortunately, not just here in Nigeria, all over the world. But one of those things that can help improve that health is the health insurance, which the government can put in place that can help reduce the burden, particularly to the vulnerable people who can afford it, the people in the South communities, basically. So the government has a role to play in making health insurance for the vulnerable population.
The first thing for you is to do what? Make sure you wash your hands with soap and water thoroughly. Yes, before you make use of it. And after washing your hands properly with soap and water, the first thing you check on this condom is to do what? You check the expiry dates. Most of us don't remember to check the expiry dates of condom, and it is very, very bad.
Free health checkup on HIV, blood sugar level, and blood pressure were administered to the community members in attendance.
People are community will benefit from it. Check up. There's some people that they don't know that they have blood pressure, and they talk about this diabetes, talk about liver and everything. We really appreciate the lecture and everything. We give God the glory. We thank you very much because we really learned from your lecture and everything. Now, you tell us that to be checking up and everything. People learn about it. Now, look at the people that are checking their BP, check their blood level, and then about the HIV something. That way I check. We really appreciate it. God Almighty bless you. Thank you very much.
Well, I've learned that it's important to check our health status at all times, so as not to fall into trouble health-wise. Well, I've learned that it's important to check our health status at all times, so as not to fall into trouble health-wise.
Which one is the thing that you will not forget that you will be practicing from now on?
Checking my BP daily, then checking, doing tests about blood and other things to know the state of all those things, so that it will not accumulate and become problem in future.
I came for free medical checkup today, and the lecture that the doctor gave, I took some example from it, and I enjoy it.
What is the main thing that the doctor said today that you will never forget, that you will take home as you are living
Okay,
now?
about the diabetic, that is for the diet and part of exercise.
Over 100 people participated in the event, which was also streamed online. With sensitization program and health check, these young African leaders have offered their skills to serve the community. Reporting for High Impact Television, I'm Esther Kalu.